Well, good evening, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you all are having a great day. I'm still working on getting all this stuff set up so it works the right way. I haven't done this stuff on the road in a while, so bear with me. I've kind of made a makeshift studio here with my laptop and stuff. So I have to admit, the thing you have to do in life is a lot of times it's the cover up that gets you in more trouble than the actual thing that you did wrong. As my wife always says, own your shit. And I was completely wrong about two things. Well, more than two things, but two things that I'm going to admit right now here tonight is when I was looking at the season, I'll be real with you. When we were 3-5, I thought the season was over, and I didn't think that there was any help for this defense. This is before we made the trade for Quinn Williams, and before we were going to be getting guys back. And I was basically like, it is what it is. I want to see the team at least improved. A lot of people were saying, the team, let's just tank. Let's just tank, get a high draft pick, and fold the tent. And I said, you don't really want to fold the tent, and you don't really want to tank, because when you were sitting here looking at everything that the Cowboys did this offseason, getting rid of Mike McCarthy and trading Micah Parsons and, the free agent signings. If you end up getting George Pickens, who is on an incredible season, you have Dak Prescott back healthy, and you don't win as many games as you did last year with Mike McCarthy and Cooper Rush, then there's something wrong here. Then you made a lot of the wrong calls. So I was hoping that the team would be able to turn around. I didn't have any thoughts that we were going to be able to make the playoffs. I'll be real with you. And I'm still not sure that we do. We literally have to be perfect at this point, and I'm not sure that that's going to be able to happen. But the thing I was wrong about was I was at the point of saying, at this point in the season, there's no fixing this defense. That I would rather that Savon Ravel and DeMarvion Overshone not play this year. Because the Cowboys have always rush guys back from injury. They're always going to give you a timetable that's on the front end side of what's typical and try and get people out there sooner than later. And a lot of times they end up screwing guys over. I believe that Diggs was not ready to start the season. I believe Michael Gallup was not ready to start the season. But the Cowboys, being the team that they are, the players themselves want to get out there and play. And the team is not going to stop them. Okay, the team is going to be their worst enemy. And that's where I looked at Savon Ravel and I looked at Overshone and said, both of those guys coming off knee injuries, Overshone being his second, and Savon Ravel, what can you expect to get from a rookie who hasn't played since last September? Well, I was 100% wrong on all of that. Because Savon Ravel, this is crazy. Now, he's not getting, he's not doing every snap of the game. So let's make sure we understand that. But when you think about Savon Ravel has allowed just 5 receptions in the 3 games that he's played in his NFL career, a total of 61 yards on 89 snaps, covered snaps. Bro, that's really good. That is extremely good, especially where we were to start the season. And then when you start thinking about Overshone, how Overshone, he's right now looking like he did when he was playing last year before the injury. He doesn't look like he's lost any speed. He doesn't look like a guy who's coming back from a catastrophic knee injury. And, I know Dak Prescott will probably get the comeback player of the year. Deservedly so, with the shredded hamstring that he had that literally ripped off the bone. But you have to look at this in less than a year, coming back from 3 ligament tears and replacements. This, if he continues to play at this level and gets better between now and the end of the season, I know he's not going to have a whole season here, but this is nothing short of miraculous. And you may have to think about this and say, especially, okay, let me add this into the mix. Especially if the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs. And let's say this defense went from being 32nd to, let's say, they're inside of the 20s. If they have that kind of turnaround, you kind of have to start looking at it and saying, maybe, comeback player of the year, because that's a hell of a difference that he's made on this defense. So without a doubt, I am definitely wrong and definitely pretty surprised at how great this defense is playing, at least at the moment. Now, again, I will still say it was the Raiders' offense, which we know is bad, and it was the Eagles' offense that we know is equally as bad. Well, no, they're a little better. They have a lot of talent. And Kansas City, although Kansas City, I can't say Kansas City wasn't loaded because they got players back in that game. So definitely, definitely they're a good team. Tomorrow, I'm surprised. Let me double check, because usually by now, the night before, Dan Salio. Oh, there it is. Oh, here's the text message. Brother, ... You have a few moments Wednesday, ... at 4:30. I guess I can come hang out with you peasants. Yeah. I guess I can come hang out with you peasants. Yeah. So we'll be doing the Dan Salio show tomorrow at 4:30. Can't wait for that. And in about 50 minutes, we'll have the NFC East Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, and of course the Eagles and the Commanders. And I have to. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry that I have to do this to you, Jess. But bro, this shit is too funny. This shit is too funny. If that sounds familiar, that was the theme music from the cat that was eating butt. Peace out, people.